San Francisco real estate is super sluggish. This is one of the worst places to buy any sort of real estate. And I'm not even joking, guys, when I tell you that some of the biggest skyscraper projects in America that's located in the Bay Area have now been canceled. They can't find any developers. They can't find any people who want to buy these buildings. Now, if you head over towards like Miami or Vegas or even New York City, some of the skyscraper and suburban projects actually sell out. But San Francisco is on a whole nother level of bad right now. Check this out. Hines expects San Francisco's super tall skyscrapers at 50 Main Street to be open by 2027. But now that date is really questionable because they haven't even broken ground yet, technically. So right now you have tower number 1, 50 Main Street, this extremely tall skyscraper that's just slightly below the Salesforce Tower designed by Foster's and Partners. If you look at this one, 200 Mission Streets, look at how nice this tower looks, right? But does San Francisco even need more towers? What's the point of building skyscrapers? The whole point of a skyscraper is you just get a small plot of land and you can have millions of square footage of space. But right now, San Francisco has a vacancy rate of almost 40%. Salesforce Tower, it's pretty empty actually. Look at this. 2 San Francisco tower projects are facing troubles, and it's by Hines. Look at this, guys. Hines is already not paying penalties because they know that this project is most likely going to end in a failure. Now, it's proposed ultra luxury. You also have below market rate residencies. I don't know about the condos, but you could be seeing extra office buildings and potential ultra luxurious hotels. The company did not pay a $5 million penalty for missing a completion date for an 800-foot tall office, condo, and hotel tower. In fact, they haven't even broken ground yet. You would think the penalty may be like, oh, they just built it halfway. They topped it off, but they're still renovating it, so it's not fully done. No, like the guys haven't even started on the skyscraper. Like you wouldn't even see a bulldozer at that plot of land. And they're not even paying this $5 million penalty, which basically is saying, I don't really think we want to work here anymore. This is what's going on in San Francisco. There were supposed to be these massive plans, right? The Trans Bay Block 4, multiple skyscrapers. It's going to be a new era of commerce. This project would have done really well before the pandemic when San Francisco was at its peak. But now it's getting worse because guys like Salesforce, the biggest tech employer of San Francisco, cuts their office footprint by 45% over the past 12 months, almost 50%, in a very short amount of time. So do you think investors will be willing to pay billions of dollars for these buildings? Absolutely not. Now, how much are these 2 San Francisco skyscrapers going to cost? Everyone is saying bare minimum $2 billion plus, because Hayes Point, which is another skyscraper being built, but by a different company, Lindley's, Hayes Point costs $1.2 billion, and it's not nearly as big as the Salesforce ones, like the Trans Block 4 ones. These are massive, on a whole different scale, in an extremely urbanized environment. It's going to cost way more than $2 billion. In fact, I would say even potentially $3 billion for 2 towers. If this one's 1.2B, these are going to be super expensive. Right now, $2 billion, I don't think investors are sending money in for this. Many banks don't really want to loan money for these projects because chances are these projects are probably not making money. When you have record vacancies, very low tourism, office workers all leaving, and crime rate skyrocketing, luxury towers are the least of San Francisco's worries. If San Francisco wants these projects to actually come to life and become real, they really need to lower the crime rate and try to get the streets become as clean as possible. Right now, there's so many better cities for these projects. Why would you ever spend $2 billion, for example, in San Francisco when you could build multiple housing units in Miami or Texas or Tennessee and to have them actually sell out? Right now in San Francisco, it's getting worse. Some of the biggest projects are now being canceled.